Good morning. I'm Karen from Karen's Critters. I'm out here this morning. I thought I'd start the day off with a little walk. Well, kind of sleepy this morning. I got Misha, so I'm trying to wake up slowly. Got Mishka here, and we're gonna go for a walk down the street, work on a little bit of her recall and her e-collar work. I have a really full day of grooming ahead of me, and I know it's going to be a great day. So thanks for following along. Let's get to it. I need to wake up. I don't know why. It's really foggy out here this morning. The sun's trying to break through. Oh, there. The sun's trying to break through a little bit, but it's still kind of hazy and foggy, and maybe that's why I'm so sleepy. Anyways, here, let's go do some stuff with this dog, and then we'll get started with our day. So unfortunately, some little creature died in my yard last night. Mishka, Mishka, sit. Yes. So she's one of my newest rescues. She's been so itchy. They've all been really itchy. I have some new flea collars that have been working really well, and I need to get one for her. So I'll tell you about those a little bit later on. Last night in the middle, well, as we were going to bed, the dog started freaking out, and something died out here. I thought for a minute it was one of my little chickens that got loose, but nope, they're all still up. So there was a they're going off into that distance, so I'm assuming it was probably an owl came down, grabbed some sort of grabbed some sort of, I don't know why a pigeon or a dove or anything would be out here in the dark, but apparently they were, and they got snatched last night. That's the only thing I can think of. He's probably being stalked from up there. So anyways, let's get going for our little walk here. So we're just gonna go down the street here for a few minutes. I need to get out of the house. One of the downfalls of working at home and alone is that you're at home and alone all the time. And so every once in a while, sometimes just a walk down the street is helpful. Mishka doesn't know very much. And I have intentions of getting her to become a fully off-leash e-collar trained dog, so she can go hiking with us, camping with us, and generally be a super great little dog. We've hooked her up to the bikes, and she's already a puller, and kind of wanted to wait till we got some of that happening first before I started working big time on her obedience. You can always teach them to heel, but teaching them to pull is a whole nother thing. So I'm just kind of letting her wander around here. I have the e-collar on. It's on really, really low levels, so low that you or I can't feel it. She probably can, maybe a little bit. And we'll just practice some recall. Mishka here. Mishka here. Sidetracked by something in the woods or in the bush. Mishka here. Here. Try and get her attention. Yes. Yes. Well, that was pretty good. Give her a little cookie. Here, Mishka, sit. Let's try not to get ran over. People are honking. They're like, hey, Karen. Hello. Somebody I know. I don't know who it is, but they know me. They're waving. I'm going to turn this around. Okay, so I got her on heel now. It's a little bit better. Heel. Good job. She's doing pretty good. So, if you don't know who I am, my name's Karen. I own Karen's Critters in Shelton, Washington, and I've been a certified master dog groomer for over 30 years. And I have had some of the just most outrageous things in the world said to me. I've seen terrible things. I've met beautiful people, and my life experience with it is just unique because, you know, not everybody is a dog groomer. Not everybody has dedicated their lives to working with animals, and, you know, some dog groomers are out there. It's just a job. Other of us, it's their whole life. So for me, taking care of animals, rescuing, grooming, caretaking, learning about liberty with horses. I used to train horses quite a bit till I got hurt really bad, and so that kind of stopped that. But you know, my whole life has been all about the creatures. So I hear things that are just completely outrageous. And I think that over the generations that come through and the different people, and we got younger veterinarians, and, you know, the old folks are all retired now that I worked for and that I learned from. Most of them are retired now. We got a new generation of people who, from what I can see, you know, things are changing. They're pushing for health insurance for our pets, and they're charging a fortune, and they're working less hours than it used to be. And, you know, it's really an experience to grow up and to watch it change and to see some of the things that I am sorry that people will never get to witness. You know, because of how the world is changing. And not all of it is bad, but of course the bad things always stick out to us. So, yesterday I had a client come into me, and we'll talk about this a little bit more later on as I'm working. But she's like, be careful about cutting my dog's nails. I said, okay, well, most people heel, let's go. Most people, when they're worried about nails, they're concerned about them being short enough, right? They're concerned about the dog biting the groomer. But this lady's concern was not that. This lady's concern was me cutting the nails too short and the dog developing cancer from it. And I just, sometimes I'm just like, I'm like, what? She's like, yes, please don't cut them so short that it develops an infection, and then it gets a mass, and then it has bone cancer in its toes. And I said, who the hell told you that? And she said, my vet. And I will tell you, as someone who has done this work for a long time, you just want to, I don't know about you, but for me, I have to hold back what I have to say, because most of the time it's not very nice. And honestly, here, like, some of the things I'll just say one thing. Don't believe everything you hear, folks. Please, please don't believe it. I don't care who's telling you. If somebody tells you something and you're scared about it, or it scares you, or it could really turmoil your life, can you look it up a little bit? Maybe ask around. Why don't you, like, just look it up. If you have any kind of fear or doubt, and you are not sure if what you're hearing's right, there's easy ways of looking shit up these days. It really is. It's not hard. And you can, and look up on many different platforms, okay? Because as we know, and the world's changing, that, oh, that's beautiful. I'll turn this around and show it to you. Oh, there's more. As we know, as the world's changing, that we can't trust everything we hear. So please don't follow the masses. Don't follow for hysteria. Don't believe everything you hear. And I'll go into more detail about nail trimming as we are working today. For one, I want to stop this camera and turn this around. I want to show you what I see on the ground. It's really pretty. Oh, are you gonna sit? Good job, stay. Looky here. This is actually really beautiful. Nope, just because I'm bending down doesn't mean it's all about you. She's like, oh, what are we doing? Stay. Good. And then look over here. Yeah, so cool. Pretty cool. There's even some little ones up here. That is so cool. All right, so that was really cool. Got me stopped complaining anyways. Oh, good job, Mishka. Mishka here. Mishka here. Are you coming? Here. Sit. Sit. Sit, puppy. Oh, I got a lot of work to do. It's really hard to do it with my camera, so we'll have to work on this when I'm done a little bit more. Anyhow, so another thing, if you're, you know, have to take your dogs to the groomers or whatever, please come when they schedule your appointment. Just come. Don't call in at the last minute and cancel. Don't come in 15, 10, half an hour early. Don't show up late. Like, be respectful. My first dog was scheduled for 10:30 today, and I come out of the house. I work at home. I have a little shop at my home. I come out of my house, and they're sitting at the gate at 10 to 10. And I just had to take a deep breath, because what do you do? Like, I tell people when they book their, I stopped talking to people when they book their appointments because of other things that have happened, because me giving them instructions before they come is not helpful. So I have to realize that for me, that most of my clients are elderly and they really have nothing else to do but stress about getting to their appointments. And it's kind of a big deal for them. So even though I find it really ridiculous, but it is a very big deal for them. And I'm also having to work on boundaries. So when you own your own business at home, there's a lot of boundaries. You really don't have privacy because they're driving through your property and they're looking around and they got to comment about what you own and they got to see what you have. And, you know, so there's that also. But mostly everybody's really nice and mostly it goes good. This morning, my first dog came in a half an hour early and I just need to get out of the house before I started. So that's why we're out here. I have a whole pile of dogs. I'm gonna be working late. It's gonna be really dark by the time I'm done. And it's gonna be a good day. I'm excited about it. I think one of them is one of the dogs that I rescued and helped save. She's in a wonderful home. And two of them today, the man drives up from, he probably spends a good hour and a half on the road just to come down here for me to groom his dog. So that's pretty honorable and I'm grateful, and we'll get to the shop here in a minute and I'm gonna get the first one washed up, ready to roll, and I'll do a little video of my day, and at the end of this we'll talk about nail trimming and cancer. And let's have a little chit chat about it. So I'll be back. Hello, I'm back. So this is the first dog that showed up this morning. Her name is Lily. She says, I'm shiver, shiver, shiver. I don't shiver. Oh, it's cold. It's so cold. She's very cute. She's a little old lady. I got her washed and dried already. And so, I don't know. We're going to give her a haircut. She gets kind of a short haircut. She's kind of thin coated. So I really hate to go super short. So, need to order some more snap-on combs, honestly, because I think all my snap-on combs are trashed. There's always something to buy, isn't there? So we're gonna use a Fort finish on her, and give her the longest of the shorter blades for this winter. So she usually comes in and gets a short haircut. So these videos that I do, I just want everybody to know that it's not a how-to do video. I may eventually put together a course on how to do your own dogs, but ultimately, you know, people want to learn how to do this to save a buck, but and that's fine. You need to be very careful because you can cut your dogs really bad if you're using the wrong blade in the wrong spot. I think, and I don't think that the general public really sees this as a career and something that actually takes more than just a couple years worth of training by a professional. Like, you can go, you're not gonna really know this or be able to do this properly unless you're starting off with some really good people. If you're taught with a crash bang, like, kind of schooling that's offered these days in certain corporations, you're just getting your feet wet. You're not really, you're just getting your feet wet. And I think that's kind of, here in, I think in Tacoma, Seattle, there was a grooming school. I don't even know if they're still open, but they're where I went and got my my master's certificate. If you're seriously interested in learning how to do this, I would contact the International Professional Groomers Association. And I would get a hold of them and find out where you can go to school to learn how to do this. If you're just somebody who has a little dog and you want to cut the hair off, be very careful. Most of these clipper kits come with a 10 blade, and the 10 blade is not used all over on the body, folks. It's just not. And if you have mats, like even this Fort finish, I have to be careful. This Fort finish is fairly safe, but there's different lengths. So like your 7 finish, which I like to use a lot on the short dogs for the summer, they can cut really bad. And even your, like this Fort finish, if you have hanging dew claws or anything like that, they can cut them right off. So, and then you're gonna have a vet bill. I don't really think it's a terrible thing for owners to groom their own dogs. However, please don't take this lightly. You can really hurt your dogs. And find yourself somebody in your area that's a master groomer with the National Dog Groomers Association or the International Professional Groomers Association, and befriend them and make sure that your dog gets in to see a professional, because I can't tell you also the amount of things that I've seen on dogs that an owner would never even notice. So, just recently I had a standard poodle, And they kind of did like this round teddy bear face on it. So its face is all fluffy. And between, the dog's really old. Between the last time it came in and that time, which was about 6 weeks, the dog developed a mass on its mouth and you couldn't tell it. And nobody noticed it, but guess who noticed it? Me, because it's my job to have my hands all over your dogs, and it's my job to let you know when something's up. It's my job to send you to the vet, and then hopefully you get the right care at the vet. So, anyhow, if you're gonna try and trim your dogs at home, that's fine. Be very careful and make sure you go to a vet in between. Like, I trim my own horse's feet, but I can guarantee you that I won't be the only one doing it, and every once in a while I'm gonna have a professional do their feet just to straighten them out, because I'm not a pro at it. Took lessons and I know how, but I'm not a pro. And there's a big difference in between somebody just doing a little band-aid and somebody who spent a lifetime learning. So I have little Lily to do here. See, her little tongue hangs out. She's very cute. You're very cute. So, and then I have a little dog, I think his name is Skipper, coming in. I have my rescue Shepherd Husky named Blue, and then I have the 2 corgis coming in. So we'll be working late, and I'll be making them all gorgeous today. Woo! It's okay. You're all right. She's shivering. She says, I'm so shivering. I'm shivering. We'll get you done. You can get out of here. The worst thing in her life that happens to her is she gets to come here and have a bath. So, she lives a very quiet life and with her people, and not much happens. So this is kind of a pretty big deal for her. So I'm assuming that's where some of the shivering is coming from, because it's not routine, even though she knows me. I'm not hurting her, and she's not freezing. She's just being emotional. Yeah, she's being emotional, huh? Yeah. It's just so scary. Oh my gosh, it's so scary. You're looking good though, girl. Toughen up, man. Toughen up, little dog. Toughen up. Because I'm owed I just want to sleep on my little dog bed and be all pretty and fluffy. You can go home and sleep in just about 2 seconds. Yeah, we'll call him and tell him to come get you. He's all ready to go. All right, let me have your little chin. You're fine. Here. I'm gonna cut this out. Teeth are pretty bad. Yikes. Hold still. Try not to hurt your little mouth. Okay, let's see this. See this? She looks pretty good, huh? Pretty cute. Pretty cute. Pretty cute. All right. Great. All right. I just got to trim up her legs, but that's pretty much done for her. See. She says, what? Ain't she cute? She's pretty cute. Here. There you go. Right there. Perfect. Pretty cute. All right. On to the next. There'll be another one here soon. Okay. So this one is Skippy. He's my next one, and then everybody else is here. So we're gonna make this really quick with him because I'm almost done with him actually. This year, okay, so I made another video and I had to get rid of it because it was upside down. So it's been a while since I've been doing any of these videos. So this right here was in his ear. So this right here, can you see how dark this is? Okay, so it was a big old round ball sticking out of it, and that was it right there. So we got it out, and I'm gonna tell his mom that he needs to go to the vet and get some ear medicine. And so what happens is, if you don't treat that and you don't go to the vet and you don't get medicine and you don't put it in all the time, then what will happen is that ear canal will actually close up. And then the whole thing will close up into one big swollen mess. And it's not fixable unless you remove the whole inner ear canal. So at this point in time, all she needs to do is go get some medicine. She needs to have the vet look at it. She needs to go there. And I'm going to give her this yuck and have them figure out what kind of medicine they need. And then she needs to, you guys, you people, everybody who deals with ear infection, these dogs, like, I don't believe it ever totally goes away. A lot of people think it's kind of like us. Like when we have ear infections, we'll take some antibiotics and some drops, and within 7 to 10 days, it's gone. Well, I think without truly knowing and seeing millions and gazillions of ears in my lifetime, that a lot of ear infections are completely related to having allergies, okay? And for some reason, you know, they really haven't come up with a ideal situation to get rid of allergies in dogs. They think it's food or they think it's that, and they want to switch around a whole bunch of different things. But for some dogs, it never totally goes away. So I always tell people that when their dog has an ear infection, just to plan on being really good friends with your vet and getting a refill when it's all gone. And you may not have to do it every day after a while, but you will have to do it. You should put a couple drops in every other day or so. So that's what I'll recommend to her, to do this. The one thing that I see a lot in this career with these ear infections is I'll send people to the vet and the vet won't give them any medicine, and they give them ear cleaner and they send them out the door. So folks, when that happens, you will have to go back. So, you will have to spend money to go back to make another appointment. You're going to have to spend $100 for your office call again. So don't do that. Please be smart. Make sure that you know what you, it seems like those days in the age that we have to know what we don't know, with a lot of things, and kind of protect ourselves. So I'm just, for those of you who are watching and understanding or curious, when your dog has an ear infection, you can buy your ear cleaner at Walmart for less than half of what you're going to spend at the vet. And half the time I don't even use ear cleaner. I just use a baby wipe and I wipe out the outside of this ear. So your ear canal is actually at an L. Okay. So, and the infection is down here on your inner ear canal usually, or it can be. And before it gets up here, it's really bad down here, okay, before we even see it. So if you're using air cleaner, you're not going to kill what's down here. You need to have the medicine that's going to kill whatever's causing the issue. So make sure that your ears get looked at, make sure you get the right medicine, and then make sure you use it and don't have it in your mind that it's going to go away real fast, because it probably won't. Right, Skippy? Because what I've seen in my lifetime is people who don't treat the ears correctly, don't use the medicine, is that thing will hold, it will swell down here, right? It'll swell up so tight that the medicine can't get down there and kill the stuff. And then kill the bugs that are with bacteria, yeast, or whatever. And then you're screwed, because the swelling is so big that you're done. So it just continues to swell, and it'll swell all the way up to the outside, and you'll have a big ball. There'll be a big ball on the base of the brain, on the base of the skull. And the only way to do that is to completely take out the whole inner ear canal. And it costs about a fortune. It's no fun, and your dog is completely deaf. So make sure you get the right ear infection or ear medicine. Don't fall for the ear cleaner thing, and then use it constantly. Now he's going to complain about his feet here. So we'll go on to that. Now, don't bite. Be nice, Skippy. Skippy. So, hey. So it's funny when, you know, it's much like us. Like some dogs don't like their feet done. They don't like their nails done, right? And I will tell you, it's always two of them. So it's either the front two or the back two. It's never this foot and the other back foot. It's always a set. So Skippy doesn't like his front feet shaved. And you know what? The way his little legs are, he kind of does this with his front feet. Like, they're kind of a little bit, like, crooked. So my guess is he probably has a little bit of arthritis in his feet. I don't know. I could be making up a total excuse for him, but it is a possibility. I've only done this dog a few times, and so I'm not going to try and make this a really big deal for him, and I'm going to try and make it as nice as possible. And by discourage, I mean, he's putting his teeth on me, but all I have to do is discourage a little bit, and he's going to stop, not make a big deal out of it. So, see, he doesn't care about his back feet, just his front feet. Right, Skip? You gonna be mad at me? Ooh, don't you bite me, Skippy! What did you do today? Ooh, Skippy, he's smiling at me because he freaking doesn't like his feet done, and he says, I'm gonna kill you, lady. I'm gonna kill you. He's cussing at me, guys. He is cussing at me, but he's being good because you're fine. You're okay. At least he's not truly carrying through with it. It's funny because when his mom handed him to me, she's like, he doesn't bite you, does he? And I'm like, well, he better not. She's like, oh, good, because he bites me. I don't understand that. I don't get it. Like, all right. To me, that's like a child hitting mom. Like, you're going to allow that to happen? Like, no. Now, I wonder if he's going to try and kill me over his front nails. He probably will. Are you going to be mean? Are you going to be mean? Shall we do your nails? Are you going to be mean? All right, so we'll do them this way. And oh, yeah! No bite! If he gets really bad, then I'm going to put a hood on him. I'm going to put a hood. Yep, he means business. Ouch! No, that's bad. He means business. Okay. Let's put a hood on him. A lot of these times, these dogs that are crabby like this over their feet, if they come in regularly and they realize that they can't get away with it, they usually would get over getting their nails done and being snotty about it. It's when people are afraid of them or don't want to say no. Because really this dog is like, he doesn't. If he wanted to really hurt me, he would have just hurt me. So, he doesn't like it, but he's not that bad. So, here you go. See? Good job. Oh my gosh. Was that terrible? Oh, that's terrible. Are we friends? He's still giving me the stink eye. He's like, I don't know if I like you, lady. You're fine. You don't need to be so snotty and be all pissy about your feet because I'm not here to hurt you. All right. We're going to trim his feet. He's going to be fine with this. I'm not at all concerned. And, now, if he would have been like, completely like, I'm going to shred you a new one, he would have gotten in trouble. So, and there's a real fine line between, I think the only time you know that you feel it and you know it is with a groomer who has a lot of experience and they have a lot of training. So that's where you need to, you know, a lot of people just don't know how to handle it. And that's why we have shelters full of dogs, because nobody wants to say no. They want it to be all fluffy and frilly and la landish. But honestly, it's not. So, and the bigger and more powerful the dogs are, the more dangerous they are. So, he'll be fine. And honestly, if he keeps coming to me here, and we do this every time, and I don't hurt him, and he understands what I expect of him, he'll stop doing this. Being all snotty. See, he's still like, oh, my toes, you're gonna cut them off. Oh. Okay, he's done. I just gotta trim his butt, put some smellies on, make sure his little sanitary is all cleaned up, and we're on to Blue. Blue's next. Hold on tight. Gotta get the little big dog out. They are bred to herd cattle, take off bulls, and get in there and kick some rump. Yeah, you are, yeah. So they're pretty cool, and they shed a lot. That's why they're here. So we'll get their hair off and make them all beautiful. Your dad might be here. You ready to go bye-byes? You want to go bye-byes? Do you want to go bye-byes? What a cutie. Alright, let's go. Hey guys, so it is now long after closing time and Scree is still here. His mom broke down and I don't know what's gonna happen, but she can't get out here right at the moment, so hopefully she'll get a tow truck to figure it out, and then and I'll take care of a little dog till then. So it's going to be a really long day before I can close. But I wanted to end this this video discussing my client yesterday who was worried about me cutting the nails too short and giving her dog cancer in a foot. So just to rehearse it, she told me when she dropped off at the dog yesterday to be careful and not cut the dog's nails too short because I look tired. I am spooked. Because it can give the dog an infection in the foot, and then the dog can get a big growth in the toe and have an infection go into cancer. I said, when she was here, I said, who in the world told you that? And she said, oh, my vet. Okay. Well, for one, she said, is that not true? And I'm like, I don't think there's anything I could ever do to your dog to give it cancer. Okay. Number one, I don't think we're that magical being dog groomers. I was listening to outside to see if I could hear a tow truck come. So, yeah, we are magical, but Most of us would never give anything cancer because we love dogs. And no, it's not true. And so, once again, when people come to me all the time as, you know, and they come up with stories, like, they come up with stories like, oh, blah, 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 my dog has fur, not hair. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Okay, anyhow, so I don't know what it is, but it's some sort of fads and people make it up, make stuff up. And it's really kind of not true. Sometimes when people say that and they blame the vets, I think to myself that they're probably not telling the whole truth, because I can't think of a veterinarian in the world that would ever tell anybody that a short nail trim would make a dog's foot turn into cancer. That just doesn't even make sense to me whatsoever. However, this particular dog and this lady, her dog has really bad allergies and the feet are always swollen and they have like a really bad yeast infection in the pads of the foot. No one's ever fixed it. I don't know if there is a cure for it. I don't know what meds she has on this dog. And yes, this dog's pads are really grossly swollen. So my guess was that the vet's like, you need to be careful and watch out for any weird masses or anything around the toenails, and make sure you cut the dog's nails short. And that's really what they said. And then she changed it. It was being like, oh, my vet said there's cancer because you cut the dog's nails too short, or there could be. It's probably not true. So, if your vet really tells you something, or your groomer tells you something that is kind of weird, why don't you just look it up? And if you're a groomer and you're watching this and you get weird stuff of people telling you, it's probably exaggerated and it's probably not real either. So just saying out there in case anybody is concerned or wondering. No. Yes, if you have any masses on the dog's feet whatsoever, there's certain breeds that are prone to having lumps and growths and bumps on their feet. And if they do, it can be a really bad thing. Absolutely. Boxers are prone to having cancerous toes and getting cancer in their feet. So it's usually a breed thing, it's a designated breed thing. It can happen to any dog, just like cancer can show up for anybody. But so make sure you check over the feet really well. And if you see any little growths or big bumps whatsoever, you need to go to the vet immediately. Don't mess around with it. And I think it's nothing, especially in the toes. And so anyways, I'm going to let all my dogs in and we're going to I'm going to end this day. I'm going to close the gate and let my dogs out. So I hope everybody has a good one. Thanks for following along if you've lasted this long. And till next time, make a difference. Live your life to the fullest and make a difference along the way. Thank you. Bye.